Hey gang, in past bug, tar, and pine sap removal videos, a popular request was to take a look at the Stoner bug and tar remover chemicals, the aerosol can, which is great because I always have some around here at the shop. I use that basically for the fleet trucks that come in. They're usually white or light gray or silver, and I mean they're contractors, so they drive through everything. So after a complete and thorough wash, I will use this to clean up around the bottom rockers, wheel wells, and that area back there around the back tailgate area and rear bumper. So let's take a look at the Stoner Tarminator Bug and Tar Remover. All right, so we have a good candidate here to see its ability to remove bugs and tar on the same platform here. We have plenty of bugs up there to try it on. We also have tar sprayed up from the vehicle that was towing the trailer itself. There has been heavy road construction, so there's been a ton of road tar and line paint sprayed up. So I kind of went through a lot of the Stoner, a lot of the Citrol, and a lot of Rapid Remover this summer. This product isn't a foamer, it's also not a gel. But it's not thin that it runs down the side of the trailer here. It does have the ability to cling and dwell for a few minutes as it breaks down the tar or the bugs or the pine sap or whatever you're going after. When it comes to vehicles, I usually just stick to removing tar and pine sap. They want you to use it on clear coat and chrome, but stay away from plastics and rubber. So I'll just go ahead and use a different product for the front of vehicles, removing bugs. And there's kind of a lot of products out there that do a little bit better job at removing bugs to begin with. From what I've noticed on most of the cases, this will remove 80% of the bug contamination. But when it comes to tar, some transfer, and other contaminants that are thrown up from the roadway, it does a lot better job at that. So that's kind of what I target in on with the Stoner tar and bug remover. When it comes to tar, I have this very soft detail brush, and even that will start to remove some of these spots, which usually takes a little bit more of an aggressive method, but this product does a great job with tar, and you could pretty much get all of this just with the soft detail brush that I have in my hands here. Now, back to bugs, the 80% of removal of the contamination I was talking about is just with applying the product. A light agitation with something non-aggressive and a thorough rinse. If you want to go ahead and grab a sponge or maybe a little scrub pad, you can remove 100% of them. But I mean, if you're going to go ahead and do that, you might as well grab another product that will remove it 100% on the application, non-aggressive agitation, and thorough rinse. That's just my opinion. There are many ways to do it. A thorough rinse on the cover here for these tanks. The tar is pretty much gone. So we'll come up and take a look at the bugs. And as we come up the ladder here and take a look, you can see there are some bugs left over. And that's pretty typical of what it looks like after going after the front of a car or a truck with the product. And just spraying it on and a nice thorough rinse without bringing in a scrub pad. But since I do have to detail this trailer after I'm done filming here, I am going to grab a sponge, an aggressive sponge, get these all off. I'm not really worried about scratching. It's an older trailer, so we're going to move on to tar on the bottom of a fleet vehicle, sprayed up from some fresh road construction work. A nice generous layer of the Tarminator, and you'll immediately see it start breaking it down. And this is where I really like to use the product. And here you can see just how well it clings to the side, not being a gel or a foam, just actually the perfect consistency so it just doesn't run off the side of the vehicle without removing anything. All I really have to remove the product and what it's broken down is a nice soft microfiber. A couple passes and it'll all be gone except for a few scratches and nicks that I'll have to take care of later. And there it is, with not much effort at all, really. Now, when it comes to transfer, it obviously depends on what kind of transfer it is. It will remove some paints. There's some paints it won't even touch. It will remove just about all plastic and rubber transfer. It just depends what it is. Just so happens that this is paint today that it has no problem whatsoever with no effort to remove. Down here we have more tar and some other stuff, different color. I have no idea what it is, but we're going to see if the Tarminator removes it completely or just leaves some behind. And as is usually always the case, it starts breaking down the tar immediately. The other stuff I may have to come in and get aggressive with. We'll see. I let this area sit a little bit longer than usual, somewhere around 4 or 5 minutes, but I'm going to come in with that same soft microfiber, and it should take care of all of it. Despite some scratches and a few nicks down here, it's clean and it's ready for the next step. So I will definitely put a link down below. Like I said earlier, this is something that I've had around and I use regularly. The contractors will drive through just about everything. So this helps clean up a lot of the gunk and crap that flies up and sticks to the bottom of the rockers around the fender wells, comes up and sticks to the rear bumper and tailgate areas. So yes, this is definitely something to have around for that. It does take care of some things better than others, and it also falls short on some areas. For me, and what I've used it for, it has there's a lot more chemicals that work better at removing bugs. And I've showed you a few of those. For some reason it just falls short in that area, but it excels at tar and some other contaminants, and it actually works pretty decent at some transfer. Transfer can be anything. And it just, for some reason, it works better at tar and transfer and other stuff than it does at removing bugs and pine sap. But there you have it. Like I said, I'll put a link down below if you have any questions or comments on the, it was a popular subject, so I'm hoping to see a lot of good comments down below on what you use it for. So this is Brian from Apex Detail. We'll catch you in the next video.